Hey there folks, this is David on David's Brain. Welcome back to our ongoing Let's Play of Persona 4 Golden for the PS4 on PS5. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, contribute to my Patreon, links in the description of the bond, stay on site, stay safe, wear a mask, get vaccinated. Alright, so last time, let me see, oh yeah, we got ourselves 2 new social links up and running here. Nanako and her Justice social link, and the Fox and the Hermit social link. And yeah, let's see, much like with the Sun in Persona 3, the Fox doesn't really require, any Persona to go and, well, doesn't require any Persona to advance. We just need to take care of its we just need to take care of the quest that it gives us. And yeah, just boost up the Hermit automatically. And they take a bit of a while, but yeah, specifically, I Wish for Love. Yeah, take care of that, and we'll advance to the Hermit. And yeah, we start off with Nanako's Justice, and now it's time for us to take care of the next member of the Dojima household, and the Hierophant. Hey you. How are things? You should be used to life here by now. You're bored? Well, have a seat. We haven't had time to talk like this since you got here, huh? Alright, so let's go and break the ice, Unk. And he is desperately trying to think of something here. So, how's the weather? Well, how's school? I'm working on it. It's alright.
I see.
That's good to hear. Your school days will be over before you know it. Make sure you have fun while you can. What else? Oh, yeah, how about your friends? Looks like you made plenty of them. And look, you're trying, bud, you're trying, I know. I'm not saying who you can and can't hang out with, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Look, just say it straight out, will you? Alright, fine, yeah, I know what you're talking about here, just don't go running with people that go and start shit up, got it. So you did notice. For some reason, whenever there's an incident, there you are. I wish you didn't have to consider this, but the killings began around the time he came to town. Oh, you think that I'm the killer? Holy shit, dude! My job's all about eliminating the random element. I look only at the facts. If you keep getting caught up in my job, then...
What's wrong?
Big Bro didn't do anything bad.
I know, I didn't mean it like that.
But...
You're bullying him! Stop fighting!
I'm not bullying him. We're just having a little talk. It's getting late. Go to sleep.
Okay.
Sheesh. She's really taking a shine to you. Look, just don't get involved and just don't get yourself involved in anything dangerous. As long as you're safe, everything's fine. Your parents didn't ask me to raise your grades or anything. And yeah, he's just just wants to make sure to he didn't accidentally his nephew doesn't turn out to be a deranged serial killer or something like that. And yep. And look at that. Our caretaker has formed a Hierophant social link with the protagonist. Oh boy. Yep, the Hierophant. Things here might be a little different from what you're used to, but this is a good town. Well, it's a little dangerous right at the moment. Really? I hadn't noticed. What with the serial killer on the loose? Now then, it's about time for you to get turned in. Get some sleep.
Night.
Alright, yeah, good night, Pops.
All this rain. I hate rain. It's supposed to keep raining until this evening, too.
Speaking of misery, midterms start next Monday.
And they even post the results up for everyone to see. Oh, don't worry about it. Your life isn't going to be ruined by one little piece of paper, is it? What? How can you possibly believe that? Getting good grades is benefits when interacting with people. Talented people really are more highly valued in society, aren't they?
Yeah, talented, not so much. Well, yeah, if by talented you mean having lots and lots of charisma but no brains to back it up, then yeah, sure, fine. That came out weird, didn't it? Oh, speaking of weird, it's Mr. Garrison.
Mr. Jose, have you picked up the latest edition of Bully Teacher yet?
Ah, of course I did. Well, it's rain today. I hope I can get home without getting it all wet.
Isn't that right, Mr. Hat?
So, does anyone have an extra book cover they'd be kind enough to lend me? Whoops, I gotta start the lecture. Don't worry, don't distract me by talking about books. Today, we're gonna discuss Kokuro by Soseki Natsume. Alright, open up your book now, children.
Alright, before you get to the action, I'll ask a question about Mr. Soseki himself. How about Narukami-chan, City Boy?
Alright, do you know how Soseki Natsume translated the English phrase, I love you, into Japanese? The moon's beautiful, isn't it? Oh, you're very knowledgeable. Yep, he translated it as the moon is beautiful, isn't it? By the way, the person who translated it as I could die was Shime Futabate, another prominent Meiji era writer. Though we translated from Russian, not English, it's still similar in that they didn't do direct translations. Back then in Japan, it wasn't that the same direct expression of love that we have now, so they had to get creative. It's a subtle, endearing translation, much like the Japanese language itself. Anyway, let's get back into Kokoro. Oh, and the thunder's rolling in.
Hey, Chie, I bought you a new copy of that Trial of the Dragon flick. It was a Greatest Punches version for 980 yen. If I knew then, I'd have just replaced it instead of buying you grilled steak.
This is clearly getting closer.
Huh? What are you, scared of a little lightning?
Yeah.
Quiet you! I'd be a goner if even one of those things hit me.
Thunderbolts with lightning, very, very frightening. Galileo. Never mind.
You're freaking out way too much.
Now I want to watch Wayne's World again.
Shouldn't weather like this help with your kung fu training? A bolt of lightning would hit and it'd give you the inspiration for a new move. There was a scene like that in your DVD, wasn't there?
You jerk! You don't even care how I feel! If lightning has to strike someone, let it be this guy!
Holy shit! Okay, wow.
Huh? Is this a blackout?
That's what you get for saying that stuff, Chie. Looks like I better hurry up and head to work. Depending on how produce sells today, I might get a little bonus in my pay for the week. This weather may keep customers away, but I gotta do my best if I'm gonna save up for a motorcycle.
Yeah, Yosuke, I don't think you have to worry about work today.
It's from my manager. Hello?
Yosuke-kun? Some of the power in the store is out after that lightning strike.
Yeah, I thought so.
Could you come in early today? All the refrigerated shelves have stopped running.
Oh,
It's looking
crap.
like we'll have to close up the produce section early today.
Wait, what? But my pay!
Anyway, I need you here to help deal with this mess. I'm counting on you. Goodbye.
Wait!
Yeah, no, the refrigeration section's down. You gotta get that shit out of there ASAP, otherwise it's gonna rot.
What are you looking at me for?
Why did this have to happen?
Hey, Yukiko, can we just go home?
Chie, do you know this story? A girl forgot her homework, so she snuck into school in the middle of the night, but she suddenly needed to use the bathroom. She ventured into the girls' room where all the lights were off. No one should have been there, but in the mirror...
Hold it right there! What are you talking about?
You are not helping!
It's a ghost story. I thought you liked them.
Yeah, but why tell it now?
Oh, jeez. Yukiko, read the room, will ya?
Thanks. I'm glad you're here.
Why don't you just have him escort you back home, Chie?
Are you making fun of me?
Well, yeah, with how freaked out you are, can you blame me?
Dude. Hey!
Oh, the power's back! Come on, Yukiko, let's go home.
And Yosuke, you wonder why you're still single, huh? Oh, class, let's see, lesson 2 is now available. Alright. Alright, the unconscious. It's just there. Oh, hold on. Yep, just better say first. Okay, there we go. Alright, lesson time here.
Mr. Edogawa's TV classroom.
Everyone loves Jungian psychology. Hello there, everyone. It's time for Mr. Edogawa's TV classroom. Everyone loves Jungian psychology. An invitation to the you that you don't know. On today's installment number 2, the unconscious. It's just there. You remember the last lecture? You're not already just glossing over it, are you? Now let's begin the class. Suras etar personal. You've heard me say young this and young that, but think back on it, I never explained who Young is, did I? So this time, I'll give you some biographical details throughout the lesson. Carl Jung was born in Switzerland in 1875. By the turn of the century, he began his career as a psychiatrist. He became a doctor who consulted people with mental illnesses. At the time, psychiatry was still in the very early stages of development. But there was one effective method of treatment known at the time. That method was hypnosis. Through the use of hypnosis, Jung and his fellow doctors were able to treat their patients' mental illnesses. While under hypnosis, the patients displayed sides of themselves that had never been seen, as well as alternate personalities. So where did these hidden sides and other personalities come from? That became the question du jour. What are they hiding, essentially? If a man could be aware of all aspects of his mind, there should be nowhere to hide. But as it happened, there was. The conclusion that the psychiatrist came to was that there existed an area of the mind that people weren't aware of. That is, of course, the unconscious, the opposite of the conscious. And that's how doctors like Jung first discovered the existence of the unconscious in those days. I'm sure many of you know, but the one who contributed the most to the discovery of the unconscious was Sigmund Freud. Freud could be considered Jung's mentor, but unfortunately we don't have much time in these lessons to discuss their relationship. The unconscious was discovered by a group of extraordinary men. For now, just remember that fact. Now let me ask you, when you think of the unconscious, how do you feel? Let's see. How do you feel when you think of the unconscious? Alright, let's say mad respect. A class clown, eh? Or a sex specialist. Either way, you chose an odd answer. Oh well, I'm sure you're driven to it by some unknown power. Me! If you tell me it's there, I feel vaguely like it is, but in daily life it's hard to believe because you can't sense it. However, Jung and the others claim that you can detect the unconsciousness in your daily life, even without hypnosis. One way is through slips. Clinically known as parapraxis, things like a slip of the tongue and forgetting to do things fall into this category. Even calling situations where you accidentally called someone such as your teacher mommy, right? What you meant to say was Miss Psycho, but something else slipped out. The unconscious is closer than you thought. Another way to detect the unconscious is in dreams. That's easy to see, no? Typically, one dreams of things that aren't possible in the real world. You may have surprised yourself before with dreams of things you've never experienced, haven't you? They really were beyond our imagination, weren't they? Something your conscious mind could never come up with. Yes, dreams are quite close to the unconscious. Dreams are an important subject of study in Jungian psychology. We'll go over that in another lecture. As a psychiatrist, Jung considered the unconscious to be a big problem. Why? Because he considered it to be the cause of mental illness. This is how he saw things. In a healthy mind, the conscious was in control, reining in the unconscious. But for his mentally ill patients, the unconscious broke free of its reins and ran amok. Hearing it that way, you might think that the unconscious is a bad thing. But that's not quite how Jung saw it. An uncontrolled unconsciousness taking over is a bad thing, yes, but the unconscious itself is not initially bad. What led him to say this, you might ask? His observations as a psychiatrist led him to realize that the cause of mental illness was actually on the conscious side. When you suppress your emotions too tightly, or work too hard, or stress yourself to your limit, the unconscious makes its move. Essentially, when the conscious mind becomes overtaxed or unbalanced, the unconscious mind comes out as if to stop it. The unconscious compensates for the conscious when the latter overextends itself. Seen this way, the unconscious definitely seems like something you'd want to have. Its role is to balance the mind. Now then, so far we've learned to view the mind as divided into conscious and unconscious halves. Next, let's talk about you. The you of your conscious mind is referred to in Jungian psychology as the ego. This too is now a common term, which makes things complicated. But for purposes of this lecture, when I say ego, it'll occur the Jungian meaning. The ego is the center of the conscious and in most respects is the mind, but it's only you in the conscious sense. The domain of the ego does not extend into the unconscious. This will be a key point later on in our studies of Jungian psychology. So, let me ask you again. When you think of the unconscious, how do you feel? Same. Respect for it. There's the answer I was looking for. Good. Seems you understand. You can't understand the mind's true form without knowing and respecting the unconscious. Essentially, we're residents of the conscious, so our thinking is based towards it. Is biased towards it. We take the conceited view that we are the masters of our own minds, when in truth, the mind is nothing but a tiny conscious working on the support of the unconscious's massive energies. If you forget that, I'm sure you see now. Well then, our time's up. Next time, I'll cover the amazing disposition of the mind as advocated by Jung. So ends today's lesson. Alright, now that the lesson's over, back to business. Alright, we'll continue on with quest number 7 for the fox. Let's see.
Oh, you're...
It's a girl that mistakenly put a love letter inside your shoebox.
Did you read my letter?
I read it.
How could you, you jerk? I didn't even have the courage to sign it, yet a totally random person now knows my secret. What's the point of trying to be secretive anymore? I've already embarrassed myself this much, I might as well go confess. How do you like that?
Alright, sure, do it already, jeez. Alright, yep, Chariot and Justice. Yeah, definitely important to have that for later tonight. Oh, you again. Let's see, future forecast, bonus stats. Nuh-uh. Alright, time for me to once again tackle the Mega Beef Bowl! Alright, just one little stop here. Yeah, I just need to make sure I get the right stats. Alright, the Rainy Day Mega Beef Bowl Challenge.
It's not raining, but the thunder was loud. Are you scared, big bro?
Alright, yeah, definitely gonna need to reload there later to get the stats for the Beef Bowl. In the meantime, I feel your relationship with Nanako isn't ready to advance yet, but...
Yeah.
Alright, and today's Sunday!
Oh, hello? It's me, Chie.
You mind hanging out with me for a while today? I need to get my mind off studying for a bit.
Yeah! All right!
Today's the day!
Oh, someone's eager. Oh,
Huh?
hey Nanako, what up?
Yo!
Oh, Nanako-chan! What are you doing? Huh? Training, of course. Training. Who are you fighting with, Chie? Myself, I guess. Just kidding.
Oh!
Cool. You think? Oh, a grasshopper!
Huh?
No, wait, where? It just landed on your back. Get off me!
Ooh, crunchy.
You don't like grasshoppers? I'm not good with anything with thin, jointed legs or anything creepy or squirmy. Ugh, now I can't get them out of my mind. I can't stand those things. They're cute. They're like Yukiko. See, because Yukiko's fine around bugs.
Probably because she has to go and crush a lot of it at the end or something like that, I don't know.
Me, I totally lose it. Kinda funny, huh?
It's very feminine.
That's not true! It's not!
Yeah, where'd that come from?
A lot of kids in my class don't like bugs. But it's not just you, so don't worry. Oh, you don't know how happy that makes me. Thanks. Come on, you want to trade too?
Yeah!
Let's start with form. I'll teach you a kata. I'm getting over my fear of bugs. I don't want to look like a sissy next to Nanako-chan. All I have to think of them as shadows. Then I'll be able to grab a whole fistful. I just gave myself goosebumps. Getting used to bugs might take a while, but I won't lose the shadows.
Some might argue that the shadows are even more creepy than bugs. Or what about the shadows that turn into bugs like those beetles? Ugh. Hurry up, G, I cannot perform a follow-up attack.
Laters!
You alright?
Well... I made flowers at school yesterday. They said today is Mother's Day. My teacher told us that's a day when you give your mom flowers.
Ah.
I don't have a mom, so I don't know what to do with these flowers.
You could give them to her. Just, I don't know, bring them to her grave or something?
Huh? Oh, you mean the family altar? Dad always puts food there. He said it gets to Mom in heaven. Do you think my flowers will get to her too? I did a really good job on mine. My teacher said they were pretty too. I wonder if my mom will be happy to get them.
Oh yeah, that'll work.
You should make a flower too, big bro. Then we can celebrate Mother's Day together. We did it!
Yep, that we did. Alright, so yeah, gonna call it a day here, since, yeah, there's gonna be, next week is nothing but finals and nothing but exams, so I'm gonna spare you all that. Alright, so, alright, till next time folks, this is David on David's Brain, stay inside, stay safe, wear a mask, get vaccinated. Bye-bye!